Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to the year of 2026. I was supposed to record this video before the end of 2025. Unfortunately, I've been too busy with my life, with personal problems and personal stuff. So yeah, here we are. Here we are 5 days into 2026. And yeah, initially this was supposed to be a sort of like collection update video where I would just talk about my collection and show you how I'm starting the new year. However, I've collected like a bunch of cards to be stored. Like, of course, it's not too much. It's quite little when you compare it to other bigger channels, but still, it's quite a lot for me to even consider recording a video. And besides, aside from storing, I also want to talk about my plans for 2026 when it comes to K-pop. As you may know, if you've watched my previous videos, you most likely know that I'm mostly collecting groups which are inactive. So in that regard, my my future plans don't really take into account any potential new comeback, because I know that in most cases comeback is unlikely, at least for this year. So yeah, when it comes to K-pop, this year is going to be quite easy for me because I won't really be collecting anything new. Maybe I will start a new collection, who knows, but for now I have too many personal expenses to focus on, so I doubt I'm going to start a new collection. Maybe I will buy a few albums for myself to unbox, but other than that, I'm not really going to not record. I'm not going to start anything new. I've recently had this idea to start collecting IVE, but it was like a very short moment. It was like this one moment when I thought, hey, I really like their music, maybe I should collect someone, but then I thought, oh, I shouldn't really start a new collection. And besides, as you may remember, I've actually dropped 2 collections earlier in 2025, so yeah, I'm not really sure if I should start anything, and even if I wanted, I would probably have to think about it twice or more than twice, like I did with my Red Velvet collection. But yeah, enough babbling, let's get into storing and talking about my plans. So, when it comes to my Pokemon collection, as you can see, it's still very small, and I don't think I'm going to plan for any Pokemon cards. All of these were gifted to me by one of my best friends. Hello, if you're watching this. I'm going to mention my friends quite a lot this video, actually, because I think a few cards are from them. Maybe not a few, but at least one card was purchased thanks to one of my friends in the community. So yeah, like I said, as I was saying, I'm not really planning to buy any Pokemon cards. I don't even think I can, because I live in a small town, and anytime I'm looking for some I'm looking for some card packs, I don't really see Pokemon, which is surprising because Pokemon is a rather popular brand, but I don't really see any Pokemon collections, any Pokemon packs in my town. I mostly see like Disney cards or football cards or even the Brainerd cards. I hate Brainerd so much, and I hate to see this in stores, but there's like a bunch of Brainerd kind of like photo cards. So yeah. Either way, the point is I don't really see any Pokemon, so I can't really try my luck with Pokemon because I cannot buy anything. Maybe I will see something for a cheap price and try, I don't know. For my Bona collection, I don't have anything to store. I'm one of those YouTubers who have a wjsn collection but cannot really store anything because they are like, it's very difficult to find wjsn cards since they are no longer that popular in the collective community, I think. And I'm only missing literally one card. And one of my goals for 2026 is to find that last Bona card. If you are watching this and by any chance you have the secret key version Bona for sale, hit me up. I will gladly buy it. Not for too high price, please don't overprice, but I will literally buy it. Even if it's for like 10 euros or $10, I will buy it. So yeah, that being said, my wjsn plan is to basically find this one last card. It's on my ISO list on Instagram, so hopefully I will find it. And if I find it, if I do get this card, I have plans to it's like a side quest, more like a side quest. I do want to collect units with Bona eventually, but only once I get this card, because I do know that this would be like the start, the expansion of this collection. I would add probably like 1 or 2 more pages. So yeah, I want to take care of that once I have the very last card. So yeah, there's, like I said, there's nothing new I can store here, but I do have some new Yeri cards. And we are actually going to start with the ice cream cake era Yeri, which is the debut era Yeri card. Not necessarily Red Velvet's debut, because they debuted with Happiness with 4 members. Yeri joined in ice cream cake, so yeah. But I think ice cream cake was also the first Red Velvet physical release for fans to purchase, so all of the members kind of debuted with the ice cream cake when it comes to photo cards, right? So yeah, that being said, I'm done with the debut era. I'm not like there was much to do with it, but I have finally found the debut cards. So for this page, I'm only missing the red card and the rookie B version card. Like B version, you know what I mean? I mean the second rookie card. I do have the Russian roulette one on the way from Polka Market, but I think I'm going to remove this filler. Like, I think I decided to give up on the way fillers. Like, I used to put this kind of like a filler in the place of a card which is on the way, but now that I mostly take my binders out only for recording, I'm not really going to, like, I don't really see a point at marking cards as on the way. Like, the most I can do is either remove the filler overall or just keep the regular filler I had for this card. And so yeah. The next cards, oh, I also have 2 of these on the way. 1 card from the Perfect Velvet and 1 card from the Perfect Red Velvet from the Kino version. I'm also going to leave these out. And yeah, the next 2 cards I have to store are from the Reveille Festival Day 1 era. This one is from I'm sorry for having frog in the throat, it always happens. I do have the guidebook card, which is going to go in here. And I have one of the Day 1 version cards. I also have the Day 1, the other Day 1 card. So that means for the Reveille Festival Day 1, I'll be only missing the Kino album version, which I think may be quite difficult because Kinos overall are no longer really a thing in K-pop. So yeah, this may be quite difficult to find, but I am being hopeful. I remain hopeful. Like, I managed to find the Kino card for the Perfect Red Velvet, so nothing's impossible, right? I don't really have anything else for this page. Like I said, I have this card on the way and nothing for the Day 2 version. But I do have 1 card for the Finally version, and this is the not version, the era, Finally era. And this is the scrapbook version card, which I actually got with the help of my friend from the collective community. So thank you so much if you're watching this by any chance. And yeah, that means for Finally, I'm only missing 3 cards. I said only, but this may be quite a challenge because pink-haired Yeri is quite a popular card. It's very difficult to find it. And once you do find it, it's usually overpriced. So yeah, I'm kind of scared that I have problems with this era, but I will manage. I have to, right? I will eventually find these cards. The next 2 cards I have to store are from the Queendom era. So this is the first Queen's version card, and this is the only girls version card. Like, I think the girls version only had 1 card, Queen's had 2 cards, so yeah, this one looks like this, and this one looks like that. I see like I think the Queen's version cards are more personal because it does have the purple background, like purple is Yeri's designated color. But I guess we will see once I get the other card. As far as I remember, this one is a selfie card. So yeah, that would be it for this page. By the way, I really love this card. Like, I think this is one of my favorite Yeri cards. Nothing for birthday because birthday is finished, but I do have how many? I do have one card for the Chill Kill era, and this also has the cute pink background. Like, I really love this shade of pink, and I think it's going to go in here to mirror like this PC. I think I mentioned that I want to mirror versions, so so that they look like this, with this one card in the middle. So yeah, I think I have 2 more cards on the way. 2 or maybe 1. No, I think I have 1 more card on the way from the S mini version, but other than that, I don't think I have anything else for Chill Kill. But once I have the S mini version, I will be only missing 3 cards. Yay! Moving on, I have the last card for Yeri, which is from the Cosmic era, the S mini version. Oh wait, no, I don't have S mini for Chill Kill. I think I have the other back card. I genuinely cannot remember. I think I will have to check. Like I know what outfit she had on this PC, but I don't remember what version it is. So I guess we will see in the next stirring video. But yeah, I do have the S mini for Cosmic era, which will go in here. And that means for Cosmic, I'm only missing the hotel poster photo card. The poster photo card from the hotel version. The hotel photo card from the poster version. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, my goal for Yeri is to complete at least 1 more page in 2026. I'm not really setting up a big goals here because I do know that Red Velvet are quite difficult to collect. Like, I'm still doing quite a good job with Yeri because I do have like a lot of cards from her, and I do have some eras finished, like birthday is finished, or this page is finished. So yeah, my goal is to finish like another page, at least 1 more page for Yeri. I think I'm going to finish, like when it comes to finishing a page, I'm the closest with Cosmic since I'm only missing 1 card. I think I may do a good job with Chill Kill because it's also a rather recent era, so I shouldn't really have too much problem. In here, I may also be able to finish this page. I'm a bit less optimistic about the whole Reveille Festival trilogy because of how rare Pink Yeris and Kino cards are. And I'm not really sure about these 2 pages. Like, these are older eras, but I actually see some of them quite frequently, so I don't know. I guess we will see. Okay, the last card I have for this binder is actually for Loossemble, and this is going to be... I will get there once. It's going to be the very last ever music version of Vivi. As you may remember, this is the very last Loossemble Vivi album card I've been missing. The moment I saw her on Vinted, I just instantly bought it. Like, initially I asked if it's available, but then I was like, whatever, and I insta bought it. So yeah, this is the ever music card. And actually, I'm also excited about finding this card because not only Vivi is my alt bias in Loona, but also the ever music for Talk to You Later is a rather difficult version to collect. Like, overall, Talk to You Later is very weird because it happened like a few weeks. Like, it happened like very shortly after the last one of a kind event happened. Which means that very like a little amount of group or their managers would take care of these events. Like, I feel like there weren't too many events for Talk to You Later, which you could join. Like, at least I don't remember. I mean, of course, there were a lot of events, but there were very few goals I could see. And it was especially rare for the Ever Music version. Like, I feel like there was barely anything for Ever Music versions. And the pools were also so strange. Like, it was constantly just the same for the cards in those pools. And this Vivi didn't happen at all in the goals I attended. And this was the first time for me actually to join a group order and not get all photo cards. You know what I mean? Like, this was the only card I've been missing for over a year at this point. So I'm happy he's finally here. So my loossemble goal for 2026 is to actually complete my OT3 collection. I'm actually doing quite well because for Talk to You Later, I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4 photo cards, with most of them being gowon and one being hyunjin. For One of a Kind, I'm missing 3 cards, 3 selfie cards. 1 is gowon, 2 are hyunjin. And for the units for One of a Kind, I'm only missing 2. I'm missing hyunjin Vivi from day version and Vivi gowon from doll version. So I'm rather optimistic about loossemble. I think I can manage to do that in 2026. And that would be it for this binder. So let's move on to the next one. So the next binder is the white A5 binder, which is mostly the house of Vivi. And for Vivi's Loona cards, I hope everything is visible. For Vivi's Loona era cards, I actually do have 2 album photo cards. One of them is from the End era, the version, and the other is from Flip That era, also from the version. I usually keep my album Vivi cards in pink dragon shield sleeves, that's why you cannot really see the back. The only cards which are not pink sleeved for Vivi are non-album cards or Japanese cards, though I think I will have to put these in pink sleeves as well, but I will do that in free time. So yeah, let's start with ants. And next we've got Flip That. Okay, I don't really have anything non-album for Vivi, but I'm sorry. My goal for 2026 when it comes to my Vivi collection is to finish her Loona Korean album photo cards. And I'm actually quite close with that because I'm only missing the B version end card and the A version Flip That card. And I claimed this card in a group order, so hopefully it will work out and I will be done with Flip That this year. And for the end one, I still need to find it. Maybe it was available in a group order and I kind of forgot about it. But either way, it's just like one card, right? It shouldn't be too difficult. On the other hand, in my Bona collection, it's also just one card, and I've been struggling for the past 2 years. Either way, I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep the fillers for non-album things. Like, these days, I've been quite discouraged about non-album Loona cards. Like, there was a bunch of Vivi available lately. Like, many people are dropping their Vivi collections. But since I shouldn't really spend that much money on K-pop, I kind of missed some occasions, and that kind of bothers me. So I'm not really sure if I won't get discouraged at this point. Hopefully I won't. Hopefully I will just stay in this line and keep the cards, the fillers which I've already made. I guess we will see. But yeah, I'm especially unhappy about this page because it's just a mess. And when it comes to my loossemble pops, I was thinking about setting up for some other pops as well, since loossemble era Vivi has quite a lot of cute pops, but I don't know. First of all, I'm too lazy. Second of all, like I said, I shouldn't spend that much. I mean, I should focus on collections I already have and avoid adding anything else. And speaking of avoiding adding anything else, the next cards I have to store are actually from Dreamcatcher. And all of these are GUs from Summer Holiday. As I mentioned before, I did expand my Summer Holiday collection. By expanding, I mean making several scandal sets for my non-Dami Dreamcatcher members. Summer Holiday is the era when I started outing Dreamcatcher. That's why it has a special place in my heart. And this is why I also want to have like specific pages for concepts from Summer Holiday. Of course, here I need to play a little and mix album cards with POBs and limited cards. As you can see here, this page is a mix of normal, limited, and POB cards. This page is mostly consisted of limited cards. I think only this GU is normal. And here I am pretty much sure that for the next few pages I will need to get at least one pop per page to make it work. But yeah, starting with GU, the first GU I have is from the normal version. And this is for the page focused on this sort of like camping / trip concept. The next page will be for the what I kind of call a dark concept. I called it a dark concept initially because all members are wearing black and everything has this kind of like dark fantasy vibe, dark urban fantasy vibe, especially this card. I love this Shion card. And for this page I have GU. She's from a limited version, and the fun fact is I actually pulled her in my Summer Holiday copy. Like, when I first got my Summer Holiday limited copy, I pulled this Handong, this Shion, and this GU. And the Shion was gifted to my friend since this was one of her biggest ISOs at that time. Handong was eventually sold, and same goes for GU. GU was also sold. So yeah, now I'm kind of rebuying these cards. And the last card I have is for the what I call it, night beach concept. Like, I actually had a lot of problems with that. If you remember, I only had one page for the beach concept for Summer Holiday. However, this time around I separated them. I divided them into night version and day version. You cannot really tell that because all fillers here are purple. This page is with heart-shaped fillers. This one is with star-shaped fillers. And yeah, what I mean is one session was shot at night, the other was shot during the daytime. And it doesn't really make sense because the photo cards are shot at daytime whatsoever. I think only the concept cards are sometimes shot at night. But you get my point. These are two different photo shoots. That's why I have two different pages. I think for this page, oh, by the way, this is a limited card. For this page, I should mostly manage with album photo cards. I think the other page will be more difficult because here most of the cards required are POBs. But yeah, I think I can say that I'm almost done with GU. I'm only missing the day version card from the beach. So yeah. The last few cards I have to store for this binder are misc cards for Artemis and Twice. This one I was gifted as a freebie. I was literally gifted this as a freebie. And I think I had one more Twice card from these, you know, OT9 pre-order sets. I'm keeping this because it's cute. I think I may give it away to one of my friends, but for now I'm just going to keep it. And the other three, or rather two cards, are Artemis. Like, I have recently bought one of my biggest ISO albums, which was Multiply Multiply by Loona. The moment I saw it on Vinted, I was like, yeah, guess who's going to lose more money? But I don't regret that. It was, like I said, one of my biggest ISOs ever since I started stunning Loona. And the seller gifted me a bunch of freebies. They gifted me this Jin Soul, which is actually quite damaged. I don't want to take it out of the sleeve, but I think the back is slightly damaged. That's why I was gifted it. And I was gifted one object album, which was sealed, and it had this hyunjin in it. So yeah. I don't collect anyone in artms since I hate the whole object stuff. Like, I hate the object border. The photos are of course gorgeous, but the object borders are like a no-no for me. But I'm still going to keep those, at least for now, since it was a very nice gift. And yeah, that would be it for this binder. So now we are going to move into my Dami binder, since I have a smallish, biggish update for it. And I also had cards to store there, but I stored them off camera. So I'm going to explain what happened. So the last binder I'm going to show you is the second Dami binder. As you may remember, I keep Dami in two binders. The purple one, which has eras from 2017 up until 2022, the end of 2022. This binder has all eras from 2023 onward. I don't have anything to store here, like I said, because the two Dami cards I had were stored off camera, since I was doing some changes to my collection. And quick explanation, I won't show you the purple binder yet because it's a mess. I was making some changes. I was adding some cards on my wish list, and it turned out I ran out of my Meow Cafe pages. They are on the way to me from a group order, luckily, but I'm going to show you like some dummy cards from the Season's Greetings 2023 are stuck in here for now because I ran out of pages. I cannot store them because I don't have pages, which is sad, but anyway, I'm going to go through this binder. I always have problem opening it. So yeah. When it comes to Bon Voyage, I didn't really add anything for this era. Actually, to be honest, I didn't add anything for any eras here. Like, the only eras I changed are my Christmas with Love and some of the eras in the previous binder. So I'm sorry, you're going to see that in the next storing, and only if I have a chance to go to that binder. I've been waiting I've been looking forward to buying some cards from previous eras, but I've recently had a few problems with PayPal, and right now I'm just I switched to Wise, but I'm not really sure if the seller I was supposed to buy cards from has got Wise. So yeah, some cards are kind of on hold, but luckily, fortunately, I will try to get them one way or another. So the two new cards which I mentioned at the start of this section are these two cards. This one, I need to check, is from the Taipei Finally of Seven Doors Taipei concert, and this one is from the Hong Kong concert. I remember they used to be ridiculously expensive. I did manage to get these in a rather decent price, but yeah, they used to be so expensive that I wasn't even considering having those in my collection. And I didn't expect this one to be so tall, so, you know, wide, tall, like, I don't even know what to say. But it is bigger than the average card. Like, it's not the Eclipse or Play Cards level of big, but it is quite big. And I couldn't, I had to keep it in the original sleeve because none of my sleeves matched it, so yeah. But either way, I did put these cards together since they are more or less from the same period. Now, the changes I made to my Christmas with Love era is that I have to fix this ID. The changes I made are that I added slots for 2 more POBs. And allow me to quickly fix this card. So yeah, I did add 2 more POBs. I'm not really sure how I'm going to organize this, but they are going to be in here. And I think that once I have the cards on hand, it will be easier for me to organize this. I would rather to have the unit card in this outfit with the ribbons, but it's quite difficult to get. and quite pricey usually. I think the unit cards were very difficult to get because they required you to buy like 4 copies of an album. That's why it was challenging to obtain them. But yeah, preferably I would rather have a unit card in here, but it's okay. I should be able to have 2 selfies in there. Okay, but what it changed is the the solo era. Yes, I removed fillers because these cards are on the way as either way. For the checked flag era, I moved my Pandam photo cards here. So Pandam ID is going to be the A version checked flag era, which is mostly purple themed. So I think it's going to look together quite nicely, quite pretty. It's going to be quite pretty. So yeah, this will be a very purplish page. And here I will put the check flag B version cards. Of course, A version and B version are the pre-order benefits, which would grant you a phone call with Dami. I didn't win, unfortunately, but it's okay. Maybe I will have a chance in the future. Either way, I moved this card here. Like, I know it's chronologically incorrect, since this was most likely shot at the time this card was shot. Like, you can tell by the hair. But I didn't really have any space for this card anywhere else in the binder. And besides, all of these 3 cards from the B version are with blonde dummy, so I think it's going to look nice. And if I don't like it, I can always change things, right? So yeah. Like I said, I won't show you my purple binder, but either way, my goal for dummy collection is to simply keep up with it. And once Dreamcatcher or Dami have a new release, I want to make sure I won't miss anything for too long. Like, you know, collecting is fun, but I hope I won't chase some of the cards for 2 years. I've also updated my ISO. It's got a lot of dummy cards. I did add some more cards which I didn't include in my collection before. How it goes, I'm going to see. If things go rough, I can always change it, right? So yeah, that would be it for this video. For the next one, you will have to wait for a bit because I do have to get enough cards to make a proper storing. I also need to get my Meow Cafe pages to make sure my other dummy cards have a home to go back to. And yeah, that would be it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope 2026 treats you kindly, and I'll see you in the next video.